Hello everyone, welcome to my channel as Style by Dima. Today I'm going to be showing you how I was able to create this lovely dress I'm putting on. Alright, so without wasting much of your time, let's dive into the
These are the
tutorial.
materials I will be using to create this style. Okay, so I have with me 1.5 yard of fabric, okay, and this black fabric. So what I went ahead to do was to open my material first. You can see, okay, so I made the first fold like so. Then I'll go ahead and fold the second one because I'll be cutting both the front and the back at the same time. So the next thing is to go ahead and arrange it. Then I came in with my ruler and rule out my starting line. From the starting line, I took a neck depth width of 3.5 and the depth of 2 inches for the back neckline. Okay, so from there I went ahead and curved it like so using my free hand. The next thing I did was to come down by 3.5 to mark my front neck depth. Okay, so I also connected like so. Okay, now while cutting, you first of all cut out the back one before the front one. Next, to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2, so I went ahead and marked 7. Okay, so from that 7 I'll be marking, so I'm using the entire length of what I have left, okay, as folding allowance. So from there I came down by 1.5 inch. Okay, from this 1.5 inch I'm going to connect it to the shoulder line, okay, not the neck place. So I connected it to the shoulder line like so. From that place I'll go out to rule out my measurement. I'll take my shoulder to my bust measurement of 9.5. Okay, my shoulder to bust measurement measures 9.5. I'll go ahead and mark my 9.5. After marking my 9.5, I'll go ahead and mark my half length. My half length is 16, so I'll go ahead and mark my 16. I'll rule it out into a horizontal line. And after marking my 16, the next thing I went ahead to do was to mark my hip line. Okay, hip line of 8 from my half length. I marked my hip line of 8. And after that, you go ahead and place your tape at the starting line and mark your entire, that's your desired length. Okay, so I marked 37. Okay, I'll be using 2 inches for folding allowance and 35 inches will be the entire length. So I went ahead and marked my 37. Sorry, it's not showing here. Okay, so go ahead and mark your desired length. After marking your desired length, also go ahead and roll it into a horizontal line. So I'm done marking all the necessary line. There I have my starting line, I have my bust line, my half length, my hip line, and my desired length. Alright. Now coming in with my ruler, what I'm going to do is to place it at the bust line and measure my bust divided by 4, my bust circumference divided by 4. Then you determine how full you want it to be. I will be working with 3 inches seam allowance. Okay, I'll be adding 3 inches allowance to it and 1 inch seam allowance, making it a total of 4. Okay, that I'm going to maintain that for. I'll also come to the half length. I'm also going to mark my half length circumference divided by 4. Then I'll also go ahead and add the 4 inches. All right, now having marked that, also at my hip line I'll mark my hip circumference divided by 4. My measures 36 by 4, that's 9. I'll mark it and also add the 4 that I've been adding in the previous line. Having done that, the next thing now is to go ahead, come in with your ruler and place it well and connect it like I'm doing in the video. When I finished connecting the half length and the hip line, I noticed that it was kind of straight, which I don't like. Hence, the next thing I went ahead to do was to come in with my curve rule, my hip curve rule, my French curve, and place it and go ahead and curve it. If you don't have this device, this tool, is very easy for you to use your hand and curve it into the desired shape you want. Then from there, I'm going to roll it down all the way down to the desired length. You can also go ahead and mark what you have on your hip and connect. After doing that, the next thing is to work on how open I want the sleeve to be. Now I want to be using 8 inches and coincidentally it aligns with my bust measurement. Can you see, like I'm doing in the video? So I'll just make a mark there. So that will be my armhole opening. All right, go ahead and check yours. You can use your armhole circumference. Then you can go ahead and add 2 inches to it to get the desired armhole opening you want to work with. Having done that, what I will go ahead to do is to come in with my chalk and go ahead and curve it. Look at what I'm doing in the video to see what you can do. So I'll curve it, and with that we are done drafting out the front and the back. What I will do now is to come in with my scissors and go ahead and cut. While cutting out the shoulder, make sure you leave like half inch to 0.75 inches for your joining allowance. Okay, don't cut on the ruled line. So see what I'm doing, I left kind of 0.5 inches allowance that I'll be using to join them at the shoulder. So the first thing I'll go ahead to do is to cut it out straight like I'm doing. Then remember I told you that you'll be cutting out the back neckline before the front neckline. Okay, so go ahead and cut the back one first. Please don't make the mistake of cutting the front one first. So I'll go ahead and cut the back neckline, the upper one first. Now after cutting it, you go ahead and separate, just pull out one part of it. Okay, you can use any, but I would advise you use the one inside, okay, so that you can work with the rule out line on the front one. So I'll go ahead and pull out the inside one, then also rearrange the remaining one like so. Okay, I'll go ahead. After that, I'll come in with my scissors and go ahead and cut out the neckline for the front like so. With that, we are done drafting the back and the front. Okay, so the next thing is to place my tape like so and come down by 3 inches. Okay, so you can use your bust line as a guide. Please don't exceed your bust line, all right, unless you want to show cleavage. Okay, so I came down by 3 inches and went ahead and cut it in using my scissors like so. Okay, it will serve as the opening in the front. So having done that, the next thing is to cut facing for them. Okay, I'm going to be using facing to turn the neckline. So what I will do is to come in with a piece of material like so. I went ahead and folded it, then I'll place my material on it. There is no much thing to do here, and go ahead and trace it out. Okay, I'll also come in and open it like I did to the front part like so. Okay, everything you did on the front part, you're going to repeat it on the facing. Okay, the only thing is that the facing is the shorter version of it. Now from that part, I came down by 3 inches like so. Please watch closely to see what I'm doing. This is actually optional. Okay, I just like having my facing in this particular shape. Okay, coming in with my tape, I will mark out 2 inches on the shoulder line like so from my neck. Then from there, watch to see what I'll do. I'll curve it to the neckline like so. Okay, I'm not using any special tool for this, I'm just using my free hand to do it. Okay, so then I'll come down and also curve it like so. Can you see? Then I'll curve it in to meet the line that I came down. Okay, with that I'm done. So you come in with your scissors and cut out everything, giving like half-inch allowance because you're going to be hemming it in. All right, after that I'll also come in with another material because I'll also be cutting facing for the back. Okay, so I went ahead and removed the remaining pieces, then I brought in another material that I'll be using for the back. Also went ahead and placed my back on the facing, then same thing that I did to the front part. I'll come in with my scissors, I'll trace out the neckline. Okay, I'll take my time and trace out the neckline. After tracing out the neckline, then I'll trace out the shoulder. Okay, then I'll go ahead and remove the main fabric. Now coming in with my ruler, I'll go ahead and mark 2 inches on the shoulder line. Okay, from there I'm going to go ahead and curve it out like so. After curving it out, I'm going to be coming in with my scissors and cut it out, adding half, making sure that I add half-inch all the way around it. Okay, like I did to the front piece. Okay, so this is my back facing. Now this is the front one. I'll go ahead and attach gum stain to this and hem the down parts like I'm showing you in the video. After that, go ahead and place them right side facing the right side, aligning the shoulder together. You also head to your sewing machine and stitch it using half-inches. Just like you did, you also align this one front side facing the front side and also stitch the shoulder using half-inches. Okay, the same thing you did to the facing, also repeat it here. All right, now having done that, you can see that I've stitched mine in the video. I'll go ahead and open it like so. After opening it, I'll merge the facing to the neckline of the main fabric, front side facing the front side, and go ahead and stitch. Watch to see where you'll be stitching. You stitch all around down the open part, then you stitch to make your initial stitch like so. After stitching, you come in with your scissors. Please make sure you notch your own, especially the open parts, very well. After that, you go ahead and turn to the wrong side. Can you see how relaxed mine is looking? So I also came in with my chalk and made this stylish line. This one is totally optional. You can choose to do it or choose to leave it. So making this curve line all the way around it, I'm going to stitch it. After stitching, you can see the visible stylish line. The next thing is to go ahead and hem your
armhole like so, your sleeve. Okay, hem your sleeve using 1 inches. After hemming it, I've gone ahead to cut out fabric that I'll be using for the pocket. I have 4 pieces of them here, so don't mind the joining. Okay, now I'll place my palm on it and go ahead and trace it all the way around it. I'm used to this pattern of drafting my pocket, and it works for me. Okay, go ahead and place your palm, then mark all around your palm. Then while cutting, you make sure you add half inches around it. Now this is my fabric. The first thing I'm going to do is to close it like so. Then I'll measure my half length, sorry. Then from that my half length, I'm going to be adding 1 inch to it. From the shoulder, measure your half length, then you add 1 inch to it. Mine is 16 plus 1, that's 17. I went ahead and marked my 17. Now go ahead and trace the line on the right part of your dress like so. Can you see what I'm doing? Also repeat what you did to the other side. Okay, you mark your 17, you open it stylishly and make the mark on the right part of your fabric. All right, after doing that, go ahead and open it like so. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to merge the pocket to it at that marked line that you did. Go ahead and merge the pockets like I'm fixing mine. Can you see? Then you're going to be stitching it with half inches. Just watch what I'm doing in the video, you'll be able to do your own. So you have 4 pieces of this, so you'll be attaching 2 to the front part and 2 to the back part. Okay, so that's what I did. Then after attaching it, you stitch with half inches. Okay, go ahead and stitch the 4 pieces, okay, using half inches. Attach it to the main material. All right, I'm just showing you in the video. Now after that, for this tutorial, I'll be using a French stitch. What it means is I'll first be stitching the right part before I'll go over to the wrong part to stitch. The essence of doing this is because I don't want to weave this cloth at the end of the day, so I'll go ahead and close it like so. This is my front side, the right part, so I'll stitch it with half inches. After that, I'll flip to the wrong part. Okay, so while drafting this, I told you that I'm using 1 inch for seam allowance, then 3 inches for allowance for the cloth. So I'll go ahead and mark my 1 inch all the way down. On the pocket side, I'll use half inch to close it. Can you see what I'm showing you? I'll go ahead and stitch my own. Okay, I've gone ahead to cut the fabric that I'll be using for the bow. Okay, here I have 19 inches. The length is 19 inches, like I'm going to show you. Why the width I used is 11 inches. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of that, and for this one I have 3 inches. Why the length should be your desired length times 2 minus 4 inches. Okay, go ahead and mark out your desired length, your full length of your dress. Okay, so mine was 35 times 2 will give me 70. So that your 70, go ahead and minus 4 from it, because it is not going to start from the shoulder. So go ahead and minus 4 from it. Then with that, you go ahead and cut out the length. I've gone ahead to add interface into this. Okay, to just one part of it. Each part is 2. Okay, I've gone ahead to add one interface into one part of it. So I'll place it the front side facing the front side like so, and go ahead and stitch it all the way around it and open it. I'll also place this one, I'll place the second part of this one on it like this and stitch it just the way you used to stitch your belt. Okay, with that we are done. Then after stitching, I went ahead and turned it. So this is what I have. I have 18 at the end of the day. So I went ahead and got the center, okay, of the length. Just check yours and get the center. After getting the center, I came in with my needle and thread. Go ahead and form your bow the way you like forming yours, but this is what works for me. So I'll go ahead and come in with my needle and thread. Watch what I'm doing. I will stitch it. Okay, I'll use my needle and thread to form my bow. I will continue stitching it till I reach the end of it. Then I'll pull the thread. It will hold it together, forming a bow for me. All right, watch. If you're confused, go ahead and watch to see what I'm doing in the video. So can you see how my bow came out very nice and equal on both sides? So with that, now the next thing is to come in with your belt. Okay, your belt, and wrap it all the way around it. Okay, I brought in my belt and wrap it around it. Okay, so what I did here was to just mark where I want it to be. You can wear the clothes to measure where you want yours to be. Okay, having marked where I want mine to be, I'll go ahead and place it like so. Then using my thread, needle and thread, I'll also go ahead and tack necessary parts to hold it to the clothes. Okay, so please don't stitch, rather use needle and thread to tack yours. All right, you can just look at the picture to see where I'm pinning. I'm going to be tacking there. Then you go ahead and tack anywhere you feel that will hold it for you. Okay, with that, we've come to the end of this tutorial. Please like, share, comment, okay, if you found this tutorial helpful. See you in our next tutorial. I still remain Chidima, your favorite tutor. Bye.